Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, it's Hilman, and how are you guys? I hope you are still excited to live in the days in this present. And welcome to my channel. Don't forget all of you to subscribe to this channel. Activate the bell button in the lower right corner so that you get notification when I upload a new video, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. Okay guys, in this video I will explain about language as a system, language as arbitrary, language as vocal, and language as symbol. Previously, I made this video to fulfill my subject assignment Introduction to Linguistic, and hopefully all of you can enjoy with this video. Let's get started.
1, 2, 3, come on!
First of all, we will discuss about language as a system. A language is mutable. The word arbitrator can be interpreted as arbitrary, capricious, irregular, or whatever you like. What is meant by that arbitrary term is the absence of a mandatory relationship between the language symbol, which is in the form of a sound, and the concept or meaning referred to by the symbol. For example, between horse and what it symbolizes, a kind of animal with 4 legs which is used to ride. We cannot explain why the beast is represented by the sound horse. Why, for example, not Hauser or Zihor or other symbol? Likewise, we cannot explain the relationship between the sound symbol water and the object it represents, namely a liquid used for drinking, bathing, or cooking, whose chemical formula is H2O. Why isn't symbolized by the sound water or river? Cannot be explained because of that arbitrary nature. A language is arbitrary. This means that it is firstly created on the basis of social agreement. In this relation, there is no reasonable explanation. For instance, why a curtain for footed domestic animal is called dog in English, also in Japanese, or anjing in Indonesian. Giving a name of the animal is really based on the agreement among the members of the social groups. In other words, Japanese, English, Arabian, and Indonesian people made an agreement to call the animals as asu in Japanese, inu in Japanese, dog in English, kalbun in Arabian, kutta in Hindi, kepak in Turkish, anjing or anjrik in Sundanese, and anjing on Indonesian respectively. The second is language as system. Language is a system. It must be systematic. If you want to utter or write something, should be arranged systematically, because the sentence isn't ordered at random. A sentence is a combination of several words. In terms of science, a system means a patterned orderly arrangement that forms a meaningful or functional whole. The system is formed by a number of elements or components with one another and are functionally related. Language as a system means that language consists of elements or components that are regularly arranged according to certain patterns and form one unit. If we look at the following 2 words: 1. Go to Ali school every day. 2. I bought some flowers for my mother. As intuition, we can all clearly know that the sentence in first example is an incorrect sentence because it is not structured correctly. On the other hand, The second example sentence is the correct example sentence because the other is correct. Therefore, English has its own pattern in sorting several words into sentence. The third is language as a vocal. Language as a vocal means that the language consists of or is built from sounds with a note that we must be able to hear. Hence, it is also called spoken language because we need to say the sounds of every letter we see. For example, when we see a collection of letters combined into a word or sentence, like father goes to market, then we will reflex to pronounce the sentence because we can talk. Or another example of language as a vocal is when you watch this video. You are seeing and hearing that I am speaking. Language as a vocal, which consists of and is constructed for sounds, also means that whatever we say, it will sound different. For example, a letter A. We pronounce as A. It is impossible for us to pronounce it a B. Or other example is the sentence father goes to market. Between the word father and the word goes, we cannot pronounce it with the same pronunciation because the letters are different and have different meanings. For the last, we will discuss about language as a symbol. The word symbol or symbol we often hear in our daily life alternately. In reality, humans always use symbols or symbols. Here 2012 states that symbols are studied in semiotics or semiology. In America, the character is Charles Sanders Peirce, and in Europe, the character is Ferdinand Saussure. In the semiology of symbols, there are 8 types of sign, namely sign, symbol, signal, symptom, gesture, code, index, and icon. What is meant by signal or signal? Is a deliberate sign meant to make the recipient do something. Thus, this signal can be said to mean an order. For example, 3 whistles is a soccer mat. The whistle sound is a signal or signal to the players that the match between the two teams is over. What is meant by gestures? Is a sign that is carried out by movement of curtain lines. These gestures can be a sign, could be a symbol. An example is nodding your head 1.6 General Linguistics to express approval or rejection. As is well known in our culture, who express approval through nodding of the head. Although there are also those who express resistance through nodding. It is symbolic because it is arbitrary. What is meant by a symptom or symptom? Is a sign that is not intentional, which is produced with intention, to indicate that something will happen. What is unique is that the symptoms do not indicate something that has happened or is happening, but is about to happen. The symptoms are similar to the sign. Symptoms are somewhat limited because not everyone can explain their meaning. The meaning of an icon is the sign that is easiest to understand because of its similarity to something that is represented. Therefore, an icon is often called an image and the shape it represents. For example, road plans, drawings of buildings, imitation of object or nature, whether with paper, stone, metal, or other forms. What is meant by index is a sign that indicates something else is there. For example, the word road to castle, which are direction to the cave. What is meant by code in the existence of system? Whether it's the form of symbols, signals, or gesture that can represent thought, feelings, ideas, objects, and action that are agreed upon for a specific purpose. The secret language used by secret agents is carrying out their duties also has a system. Therefore, the secret language can also be referred to as code, like code in code switching and code mixing. The use of the word symbol is everyday conversation. For example, when Indonesians talk about the red and white flag, Indonesian people will say that red is a symbol of courage and white is a symbol of holiness. Well, it is known that these symbols refer to a certain concept according to convention. The words of these descriptions can be concluded that it is through these symbols that humans communicate. If you want to state that every day you could not attend on campus because your motorbike broke down, then you don't need to bring the motorbike to bring the concept of breaking down to the minds of the listeners. It is enough to say, sorry, yesterday my motorbike broke down. Then, the listeners you are talking to understand what you mean. Thus, the symbols B, R, O, K, E, D, O, W, N represent the concept of you want. In this section, it's not clear that the unit of language is a symbol. The concept of the symbol above is not a symbol in the sense of language because it's in the form of a picture. Okay guys, I think for the video this time, it will end here. I'm so sorry for many shortcomings of this video. I hope my video this time can be useful for all of you. See you again in the next video, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.